welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, I got some terrible news. You guys know I'm building an off-grid barn house on the ridge. That's my thing, right? Over there on Ridge Life. Well, on Ramblings, we talk about it. This is a vlog channel. You don't see any building or hunting or outdoor activities on Ramblings. You just hear me talk. Sometimes I'll walk around with the camera and show you things, but today it's a vlog on my terrible news. And I've been doing my due diligence, right, guys? I'm a thinker. I'm a planner. I got lists. I got lists. Ask anybody that knows me. I've got lists. So I'm building this off-grid barn house, and I really got ahead of myself this year when I blew my knee out. I got to get the land cleared. I got the well drilled. I got the foundation. I got the septic now. That's right. All that is done. Without my knee being blown out, I couldn't do any of that. I was just going to build the barn, right? The livestock barn in that open field area, and then start on the barn house later on, as basically on weekends and on weeks where I could take vacation when the excavator, it was going to take a lot longer. Okay, that's not the bad news, obviously. That's good news. I got almost all of the infrastructure done to build the barn house. But to really facilitate building the house, I'm going to need to be off all the time. Or at least that's the plan. So that's looking at early retirement. I've mentioned early retirement for a long time now, and I've always said 5 years at the most to tomorrow to 5 years, somewhere in between there. I was gonna retire. I'm 54 years old. I'm 55 next year, and never set a date, never had any of that, but I'm making plans, right? I'm making plans, making sure the 401k is sufficient enough to I can survive on while I'm building my YouTube channel and building my off-grid house, and have everything, the truck paid for, the Harley paid for, all those type of things, and VA health insurance, making sure that the animals are taken care of and my kids are taken care of, okay? Morgan is in college. He is slated to graduate from Mississippi State with a civil engineering degree at this time, May of 2026, okay? So I just gotta make sure I have enough funds available that he can, I pay for his, his food, his rent, and his tuition, and gas money and stuff, and because that's a tough curriculum, civil engineering. His mom pays too. I'm not saying it was just all me. His mom pays too. But I've always paid for his health insurance. His mom's done like his cell phone and stuff like that. I've always taken care of his health insurance, and they can stay on the employer health insurance, the parents' health insurance, up to the age of 26. Now, Alyssa, my daughter, she's off of it. She's been off of it. She turned 26 last year, and or this year, I should say, 2024. So Morgan still has. He's only 22 years old. He still has a way to go and to be on health insurance, and he's not graduated from college and have a job where he can get his own health insurance. So I've been, again, doing the preparing, the making lists that Tim does. And a lot of y'all said, Tim, he can get on the healthcare marketplace, the Affordable Care Act, Obamacare, that's supposed to help everyone. All these people, it's supposed to help. So I checked into this healthcare marketplace. He doesn't work right now, so his income is $0, right? Can't get no lower than $0. And if I did not claim him on my insurance, he would be independent. And so I entered all the information for him for the Affordable Care Act, $0. in college, full-time student, no health care coverage provided. That's if I retire early, I'll have to have insurance for him because I don't have insurance on him. If I through an employer, I'll just have the VA insurance. So I looked on there, and you'd figure an independent person not being claimed on his parents' taxes, filing his own taxes, $0 income while he's in school, full-time student, you'd figure they would qualify for the assisted health insurance. You would think $0 income, zero, not claimed on parents' insurance. Well, I entered all the information, and guess how much he qualified for in medical assistance. Let you sit on that one just for a second. How much do you think, with $0 income, 22 years old, full-time student, not claimed on his parents' insurance, how much he would qualify for through the federal marketplace, healthcare marketplace? Well, the answer is zero. Zero. It's terrible news. Zero. Oh, Tim, but the federal government subsidizes the states to take care of what's called Medicaid. So Medicaid would come in and assist on the state level for the healthcare for the marketplace. That's where you need to go to. It's called TennCare in Tennessee. So, well, let's see how much TennCare will cover a 22-year-old young man, $0 income, full-time student, not claimed on his parents' taxes. Not eligible for TennCare. $0 coverage. Zero. It's what's called the Medicaid gap. He made less than $15,000 a year, $17,000 next year, I believe. He made less than $15,000 a year and is over 21 years old. He fell into what's called the Medicaid gap. Gets zero coverage. You would think $0, but no, if he made more than $15,000, but under $35,000, $50,000, he would. But because he made nothing, he doesn't qualify for assistance. I just don't get that. I don't know how that works. So, looking at the Affordable Care Act, now let's pay attention to that word affordable. Affordable. I go on the marketplace and I see how much the Affordable Care Act plans are for 22-year-old, $0 income, not covered under parents' taxes or insurance, full-time student. So the cheapest premium I could find for him was almost $300 a month. So you can imagine you're making $0, no help. You get $300 a month health insurance costs. Oh, but Tim, it's amazing health care. Oh my goodness. He gets like free everything on this Affordable Care Act $300 a month insurance. I beg to differ. Guys, it was like a $9,000 deductible. Tim, did you say $9,000? Super high deductible. Super high deductible. Well, what about the next, the bronze, the silver, the gold level? You know, the one with only $1,000 deductible. It's like $500 a month. He's 22 years old. He's in the prime health of his life, and they're expecting it to cost $200 to $500. That's terrible news, because I said I'd pay for his health insurance. And if I retire and don't have the steel mill income, I'm paying for everything out of pocket. Oh my goodness, I won't have vision coverage. I won't have dental coverage. I did talk to my dentist, and they have what's called a dental savings plan. For people without dental insurance, you pay $400 a year. This is for me. $400 a year. I get 2 cleanings, x-rays, all that covered 100%. You get 15% off procedures that are found during those exams and everything. So that's actually a pretty good deal, because just one time at the dentist you can spend $400, without insurance. So that's probably what I'll do for dental, but I can't afford $500 a month for him for healthcare insurance. Now, so I started looking around at other affordable healthcare solutions, and there are some out there, but all of them were about $200 to $300 a month for his situation. $200 to $300 a month. So then I got to remembering, when I went to his college university orientation way back when he started college for civil engineering, I remember they had a health program. So I looked up Mississippi State student health insurance, and it is about $175, $190 a month, I believe, and the deductible was way less, hundreds of dollars, just hundreds of dollars, and it had preventive care covered, exams, and he could go to urgent cares for like a $25 copay. It actually would look pretty reasonable. So I may end up having to get him that Mississippi State student health care at about $200 a month with decent coverage. $200 a month. And you can get it per semester, or you can get it for the entire year. You can do all that. So that if you know of any other options for a 22-year-old to get health care, let me know. Leave a comment down below, because I'm not. This isn't tomorrow. I'm trying to make preparation for whenever it does happen. Tim likes his list, likes to check, make his list and check it twice. But that's just the cost of things. It's just terrible. It's terrible news. I just was not expecting that. Now, some of you could say, Tim, just let him go without insurance. He's a young buck. He ain't gonna have no problems. Probably right. He doesn't have any major health issues. But what about catastrophic care? Well, Tim, hospitals can't turn him away. Look at all the illegals that get free health care, Indigents, people, go in and say, give me health care, I don't have any insurance. Let the private person, let our premiums go up to pay for it. I'm not that way. I'm not that way. So, yeah, it's more to think about. I'm glad I'm making the preparation now, so I don't have this big giant sticker shock whenever I go to retire, when I do go to retire. But last weekend, I was over at, last Wednesday, I was over at Jen's, and I went and had the endodontist, and I ended up not getting my crown. The endodontist came back that the root canal was fine. There was no problems with the root canal, but the dentist said, well, you probably have a cracked root or a periodontal issue around that tooth. So he didn't recommend me changing out that crown, to put a new crown on there. So he said, just we'll monitor the periodontal issue, and you can go see a specialist if you need to, but right now we'll just we'll monitor it and try to help maintain the periodontal health. While I was over there, Jen made me her famous fiesta soup with Mexican cornbread. Very, very good. More along the lines of the discussion about this healthcare cost, she told me how much it cost for her to make that fiesta soup. Guys, how much do you think? To buy all the ingredients to make fiesta soup and Mexican cornbread. Okay? And she put sausage in her cornbread too, so that's a little bit different. Wow. just passed a highway patrol, pulled somebody over, and there's another one pulled over right here. I'm glad I'm not going fast today. 2 highway patrols pull people over right in a row. Yeah, so how much did it cost for her to make the Fiesta soup and Mexican cornbread? Well, she told me, my jaw dropped. She said, Tim, groceries cost so much now that to buy the minimum materials to make it, tomatoes and sausage and cheese and flour or cornmeal, and she made everything homemade, the soup and the cornbread. She said it was $80. $80 to make soup and cornbread. Now, it made a lot of soup and cornbread. That's a lot of ingredients, but just to make your own meal, not go out and buy a dinner pre-made or at a restaurant, you got to spend $80 on materials to cook with. And of course, there was extra she could cook with later for other meals, but still, just going out and making dinner, $80. That's just, 4 years ago, and that was probably $45 maybe just crazy. Well, Ginger's not coming over this weekend. No, Tim, I know people. Tim didn't do anything wrong. I told her that
is 50 miles per hour.
Thank you, Sonia, and I'm not speeding. I told her that I wanted to get some work done this weekend because this working at the steel mill, I'm not getting videos out to you guys. I'm like 2/3 the normal ramblings, and I only ramble when I got something to ramble about. And really only 1 to 2 videos on RidgeLife a week, and that's if I can get out. If the weather's bad, I can't get out and do nothing for you. So this weekend looks like the weather's gonna be pretty good. So she's gonna stay at home, and I'm going to try to get going on the solar carport footers and work on the solar shed. I got to finish the floor in there. So I'm gonna try to get those jobs going simultaneously. Probably do 2 different videos out of them. And I also want to do some deer hunting. I want to get some tree stands and do some deer hunting. Cold fronts come through. It was 36 degrees this morning when I got up. It's 57 degrees right now. It's still daytime right now, guys. You're probably gonna get this out a little bit later to you, but the full moon's been at nighttime though, and when you got a full moon at night, those deer walk a lot at night, especially when the cold front's coming through, and they just lay up all day. So I don't know if the deer are gonna be walking when I'm out there, but I'll get in the stand and see if I can see me a Bambi's daddy, a big 10-point. That'd be nice to get Bambi's daddy. Bambi turned out to be a 10-point too, I think, when he grew up. In case you didn't know that. Grandma Carol, for dinner last night, she made venison tips in brown gravy with au jus gravy and mashed potatoes and corn. And I tell you, those venison tips and gravy were better than any store-bought beef tips and gravy. Ooh, I had it for lunch today too. What she did is me and Uncle Sonny moved the freezer from the garage back into her house, and she got all the old venison out of there and separated it into ear and cut. And she took all the things that was going to be hamburger, and she's been working on like 50 pounds of venison, getting the jerky and the hamburger meat separated and everything. And she got some really good cuts of meat that I had in the hamburger bags or packaging, and she made those venison tips in brown gravy. Ooh, guys, it was so good. Ooh, I got a Tesla in front of me, a dual motor Tesla, not the tri-motor, but the dual motor, and it's perfectly quiet. And this is what mine sounds like.
The speed limit is 50 miles per hour.
Thank you, Sonia. Yeah, that Tesla does not sound like that, does it? It may be almost as fast as me. That one's probably not, but there are Teslas that are faster than me because those electric cars go super fast. So while I've got the SRT, I better listen to that V8 music sing, because one of these days I won't have the SRT. That's just the way it is. Anybody doing Christmas boxes? Grandma Carol's doing the Christmas boxes for people for charity. Church is doing that. Hopefully you're thinking about Christmas. Thanksgiving's here though. Don't push Thanksgiving out of the way. You got to make sure you're thankful as well. And I'm thankful for all you guys for being with me, and I'm thankful that I live in a country where I can afford to buy health care for my family. Nothing's free in this life. When people tell you they're giving you something free, somebody's got to pay. And it's usually the middle class, hardworking American that has to pay. Nothing's free in this life. So if I got to pay for health care for my son until he graduates college and gets his own job and gets his own health care, that's just the way it's going to have to be. I just may be eating ramen noodles when I retire. All right, guys. Love every single one of you. Wish me luck on the deer hunting. Jin's another thing she was doing, not just staying home. She's having a Friendsgiving celebration on Sunday with her crew over there in Arkansas. So she's going to actually be with some of them tonight for the Tyson fight. I'm just going to watch it at home and maybe get up in the morning, go deer hunting, and then start working on the ridge. But so wish her a happy Friendsgiving. All the friends over there in Arkansas, wish I was with you, but I got to get some work done on the ridge. So, guys, love every single one of you. And until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling. Go Ridge Life. Woo!